Why winners wake up early, revealing the truth. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. They say winners wake up early. But have you ever wondered why? Is it because of some secret formula, or is it simply a habit of success? The truth is, waking up early is not just about time, it's about mindset. It's not about racing the clock, it's about owning the day before the world does. It's about making a quiet promise to yourself that your dreams matter enough to rise before the sun does. When you wake up early, you meet yourself without the noise, without the distractions, without the chaos of the world pulling you in every direction. In those silent hours, you discover your thoughts, your dreams, your truth. You align your heart with your purpose. The world sleeps while you rise. And that's not arrogance, that's discipline. That's belief. That's commitment to the life you're building. Winners don't wake up early because they love the alarm clock. They wake up early because they love their purpose, because they know that success doesn't come from luck. It comes from consistency, from small choices repeated every single day. Those quiet mornings hold power. They teach patience, focus, and peace. You learn to listen to your own heartbeat before the world tells you how to feel. You learn that productivity is not about being busy. It's about being intentional. When you wake up early, you take control of your time. And when you control your time, you control your life. You start your day from a place of strength, not stress. You lead the day instead of chasing it. Think about it, the sunrise doesn't rush. It doesn't compete with the stars. It simply rises with grace, with consistency, with purpose. That's what winners do. They rise early, not to compete, but to create. And yes, it's not easy. The bed will always be warm. The world will always tell you to rest a little longer. But winners understand something deeper. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. The truth is, early mornings are not about perfection. They're about presence. They remind you that before you can conquer the world, you must first conquer yourself. Before you can win on the outside, you must find stillness on the inside. In those early hours, when the world is quiet, you have a chance to design your day with intention. To reflect, to grow, to move closer to your dreams, even if it's one small step at a time. Because success is not built in grand moments, it's built in small disciplines repeated when no one is watching. And waking up early is one of those disciplines, a symbol of commitment to your higher self. So, if you want to change your life, start with your mornings. Wake up early, not just from sleep, but from doubt, from fear, from comfort. Rise before the sun, and remind yourself that you are capable of extraordinary things. Because the truth is, winners don't wake up early to prove they're better than others. They do it to prove to themselves that they're becoming better than they were yesterday. Wake up early, rise with purpose, and let the light of a new day remind you, your time is now. Early rising is not about time. It's about mindset. People often say that winners wake up early, as if success is found in an alarm clock or a schedule. But waking up early has nothing to do with the hour on your watch. It has everything to do with the state of your mind. You see, waking up early is not a race against time. It's a declaration of purpose. It's you telling yourself, my dreams are worth my first hour of the day. It's not about proving something to others. It's about proving something to yourself. That you have the discipline to honor your goals before the world demands your attention. Most people wake up when they have to, but winners wake up when they choose to. That's the difference. Choice. The choice to rise before the world does. The choice to start with clarity instead of chaos. The choice to invest in growth rather than comfort. When you rise early, you give yourself a gift. The gift of time that belongs only to you. No distractions, no noise, no rush. Just you, your thoughts, and your purpose. In that quiet moment, You realize that success doesn't begin when the world starts watching. It begins when you start showing up for yourself. It's easy to think, I'll start later. But the truth is, later never comes for those who wait. Winners know that the mind trained to rise early is the mind trained to lead. Because early rising builds habits, and habits shape destiny. When you wake up early, you don't just see the sunrise, you feel it. You feel the silence wrapping around your soul, whispering, you have another chance, another day, another opportunity to become who you were meant to be. And it's in that stillness that the magic happens. You set your intentions. You breathe in gratitude. You plan your path before the noise of the world tries to rewrite it for you. The early morning becomes your sacred space, your meeting place with your higher self. But make no mistake, it's not easy. It takes courage to leave the comfort of your bed. It takes willpower to rise before the rest of the world. Yet every time you do, you strengthen the most powerful muscle you have, your mind. Because success doesn't belong to the smartest, the richest, or the luckiest. It belongs to the one who disciplines the mind to rise, to focus, to act. The morning is a metaphor for life. Some people keep hitting the snooze button, waiting for the perfect moment. Winners, they rise. They understand that the perfect moment is the one they create. Early rising teaches you to honor your purpose more than your comfort. It reminds you that your dreams deserve your energy before the world drains it away. It's not about chasing time. It's about claiming ownership of your day before it claims you. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, don't see it as a call to wake up. See it as a call to rise above doubt, above delay, above the habit of waiting for someday. Because the truth is, early rising is not a habit of the clock. It's a mindset of the soul. It's the decision to begin your day and your life with purpose. Wake up early. Not to race against time, but to meet the best version of yourself before the world does. Silence before the world wakes up is sacred before the world opens its eyes. Before the streets begin to hum with noise, there is a sacred silence, the kind that holds wisdom if you're willing to listen. That silence is not empty, it's full of possibilities, of clarity, of truth. In those quiet hours, when the world still sleeps, something beautiful happens. You meet yourself, without the noise of opinions, without the pressure of expectations, without the rush to be someone else. It's just you. Raw, real, unfiltered. The silence before the world wakes up is sacred because it gives you a chance to listen to your own heartbeat, the one rhythm that belongs only to you. In that stillness, you can hear what truly matters. You can hear your dreams whispering, your fears softening, and your soul remembering what it was made for. We live in a world that glorifies noise, constant movement, constant talking, constant doing. But it's in quiet moments that growth begins. It's in silence that the soul recharges, that creativity awakens, that faith deepens. Every masterpiece begins in stillness. The painter stares at a blank canvas. The writer faces an empty page. The musician closes their eyes before a note is played. In that silence, creation begins. And so it is with life. The silence of early morning is where your creation begins, not of art, but of self. That's when you build the foundation of your day, your focus, your peace. In that gentle hour before sunrise, you are the author of your energy. You decide whether to fill your heart with gratitude or anxiety. You decide whether to carry peace or chaos into your day. When you start your morning in silence, you start from a place of strength. You reflect. You don't chase. You choose. You don't follow the noise. You lead from calm. Silence is not weakness. It's wisdom. It's the space where answers unfold, where healing happens, where perspective grows. It's where the noise of the world fades and the voice of truth becomes clear. So many people are searching for clarity, for balance, for peace. But few realize that all of it begins in silence. Not the silence of loneliness, but the silence of presence. The one that says, I am enough. I am ready. That's the beauty of early mornings. You don't just wake up to a new day. You wake up to a new version of yourself. One that's calmer, stronger, more grounded. And as the world begins to move, you move differently. You walk with purpose, not pressure. You speak with grace, not haste. You act from peace, not panic. Because once you've met yourself in the quiet, no amount of noise can shake your peace. So wake up early, not to rush, not to work, but to listen. Listen to your heart. Listen to your dreams. Listen to the silence that speaks louder than words. Make those early hours your sacred time, a meeting between you and your purpose. Because in the stillness of dawn, you are closest to the truth of who you are and who you are meant to become. And when you begin your day from that silence, no chaos can overpower you. Because you've already found your center before the world even began to spin. That is the power and the gift of the sacred silence before the world wakes up. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is a beautiful feeling. It's that spark that pushes you to dream, to act, to move. But here's the truth. Motivation fades. It comes when life feels exciting, and it disappears the moment things get hard. That's why winners don't depend on motivation. They build discipline. Discipline is not loud or dramatic. It doesn't need applause or inspiration. It's quiet. It's the decision to show up even when you don't feel like it. It's the strength to say, I will, even if I don't want to. Motivation asks, do I feel like it today? Discipline answers, it doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. And that's where true success begins. Not in the moments of excitement, but in the moments of consistency. Because anyone can act when they're inspired, but only the disciplined can act when they're tired, afraid, or discouraged. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It's the quiet habit of doing the small things right every single day, even when nobody is watching. Think about it. A runner doesn't train only on sunny days. An artist doesn't paint only when inspiration strikes. A dreamer doesn't build only when it feels easy. They all keep going, not because they're motivated every day, but because they are committed every day. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the flame that keeps burning long after the spark fades. Winners understand that discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from chaos, freedom from being controlled by your emotions. Because when you are disciplined, you don't wait for the perfect mood or moment. You create it. You become reliable to yourself. You start to trust your own word, and that trust builds confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, to wake up early, to study, to exercise, to practice gratitude, you strengthen your inner foundation. You remind yourself, I can depend on me. That is what real power feels like. Discipline is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You will stumble. You will miss days. You will fail. But discipline isn't about never falling. It's about never staying down. It's about returning, refocusing, and restarting again and again. Because growth doesn't come from doing it once. It comes from doing it daily. So when motivation leaves, and it will, don't give up. Let discipline carry you. Let commitment remind you why you started. Let purpose pull you when passion runs out. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that every small act of discipline, every early morning, every quiet effort, I'll try again, became the steps that built your success. Remember, this motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Motivation is the voice of excitement, but discipline is the voice of excellence. So, the next time you feel uninspired, don't wait to feel ready, just begin. Because you don't need motivation to move. You need movement to find motivation. And that's what winners understand. The power to change your life doesn't come from how you feel in a moment. It comes from what you choose to do every morning after. Mornings shape the momentum of the day. Every morning is a new beginning. A fresh chance, a blank page, a silent promise from life that says, you can begin again. But here's what most people forget. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Your morning is not just the start of your day, it's the foundation of your mindset. It's the rhythm that decides how you will respond, how you will think, and how you will lead yourself through the next 24 hours. If your morning begins in chaos, rushing, reacting, worrying, the rest of your day will follow the same tune. But if your morning begins in calm, with gratitude, reflection, and purpose, that peace becomes your armor for the day ahead. You see, mornings are not about the clock. They're about the connection. Connection with yourself, with your dreams, with your direction. When you wake up early, before the world starts demanding pieces of you, you get to decide who you will be. You get to set your intentions instead of reacting to circumstances. You lead the day instead of letting the day lead you. The truth is, most people start their mornings on autopilot. They wake up, check their phones, rush through routines, and chase the clock, and then wonder why they feel lost, drained, or anxious. But winners, achievers, creators, they treat their mornings differently. They don't see it as another task, they see it as sacred time. The morning is where self-mastery begins. It's where your thoughts find direction, your emotions find balance, and your actions find purpose. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Imagine this: you wake up, take a deep breath, and thank life for another chance. You spend a few minutes in silence. No phone, no noise, just stillness. You set one clear intention for the day. Today, I will lead with calm. Now imagine the kind of strength and focus that would carry into everything you do. That's what mornings are, momentum builders. Each mindful habit, each quiet reflection, each intentional choice becomes the energy that fuels your entire day. Because energy flows from focus, and focus flows from how you begin. When you start your day intentionally, you stop chasing life. You start creating it. You stop reacting to the world. You start shaping it. Even 5 minutes of peace in the morning can transform your mindset for hours. Even one mindful breath can shift your energy from stress to strength. So take ownership of your mornings. Wake up early not because you have to, but because you want to start your day with meaning. Don't let your day happen to you. Happen to your day, because when you begin right, you lead right. Mornings are a reminder that you are not powerless. You are not just a passenger in your own life. You are the driver. And each sunrise is a chance to take the wheel again. So tomorrow, when you wake up, don't rush. Pause, breathe, reflect. Ask yourself, how do I want to feel today? What kind of energy do I want to carry? Then move forward with intention. Because how you start will determine how you finish. Your mornings shape your momentum, and your momentum shapes your destiny. Comfort delays growth. Courage creates it. We all love comfort. The warmth of familiarity, the ease of routine, the safety of what we already know. But here's the truth: nothing grows in comfort. Comfort may feel peaceful, but it silently holds you where you are. Growth, transformation, purpose, they all live beyond that invisible line called fear. Every dream you've ever had requires courage. Courage to begin. Courage to keep going. Courage to walk away from what's easy and step into what's necessary. Comfort whispers, stay here, it's safe. Courage whisper, move forward, it's time. And between those two whispers lies your destiny. We often pray for change, but when change knocks, we hide behind comfort. We want the reward without the risk, the success without the struggle, the growth without the grind. But life doesn't work that way. The universe only rewards those who are willing to be uncomfortable. Even if it means shaking, even if it means failing, even if it means starting over. Remember, every great transformation begins with discomfort. The seed must break to grow. The caterpillar must dissolve to become a butterfly. And you must leave behind the old version of yourself to become who you were meant to be. It's not easy. Growth never is. You will face fear, uncertainty, and moments of doubt. But those are not signs that you're weak. They're signs that you're evolving. Courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. Courage means you move forward despite the fear. You do it anyway. Trembling, uncertain, imperfect. But you do it. Every time you choose courage over comfort, something inside you expands. You discover new strength, new perspective, new power. You begin to see that fear was never the wall. It was the door. And the key has always been your willingness to turn it. Comfort delays your dreams because it convinces you to wait for the right time. But there is no right time. There is only now. The right time is the moment you decide that your purpose matters more than your fear. When you step out of your comfort zone, you don't lose safety. You find freedom. Freedom to grow, to fail, to learn, to rise. Freedom to live a life that feels true, not just familiar. And yes, courage will demand sacrifice. It will ask you to let go of people, habits, or versions of yourself that no longer serve your purpose. But it will give you something priceless in return, becoming the person you were meant to be. One day, when you look back, you won't remember the nights you played it safe. You remember the moments you were brave, the times you took the leap, the days you said, I don't know how, but I'll try. Because courage doesn't just create success, it creates you. It builds character, resilience, and confidence. It makes you realize that the life you dream of isn't waiting for you. It's waiting on you. So, if you're standing at the edge of fear today, don't step back. Take one step forward, even if it's small, even if it's shaky. That single step could be the one that changes everything. Because comfort may feel good, but courage feels alive. And that's where true growth begins. Rise early not to compete, but to create. When the world tells you to run faster, work harder, and compete with everyone around you, pause, take a deep breath, and remember you were never born to compete. You were born to create. Competition may push you, but creation fulfills you. And that's why winners rise early. Not to prove they are better than others, but to become better than who they were yesterday. The early morning is not a battlefield, it's a blank canvas. It's not about racing ahead. It's about painting your day with intention, peace, and purpose. When you rise early, before the noise of the world begins, you create space. Space to think, to feel, to dream, to build. Because creation requires silence. It requires focus. It requires that sacred time before the world's energy starts pulling you in every direction. The most beautiful things in life, art, ideas change. Compassion are born in stillness, not in competition. And the early morning gives you that stillness. When you wake up early, you're not just beating the sunrise, you're aligning with it. You're saying to yourself, I am ready to co-create with life today. You begin your day not in haste, but in harmony. You see, the world has taught us to compare, to look left and right, measuring our worth by someone else's timeline. But the truth is, your purpose is not in being better, it's in being different. You don't need to outshine anyone. You just need to shine in your own way. Rising early gives you time to connect with that truth, to remind yourself of your why, to align your actions with your intentions, to create from the inside out, not the outside in. Competition creates pressure, creation creates peace. Competition says, be faster. Creation says, be authentic. And that's the shift from chasing to choosing, from proving to growing, from comparison to creation. Every morning is an opportunity to start over. When you rise early, you give yourself permission to rewrite the day before it even begins. You create energy instead of reacting to it. You decide what kind of day you will live instead of letting the day decide it for you. So don't rise early to check your phone or rush through another to-do list. Rise early to connect with your heart. Rise early to read, to write, to meditate, to walk, to simply be. Because those quiet moments are where creativity is born and clarity begins. The sun doesn't compete with the stars. It simply rises, and everything else fades into its light. That's what happens when you rise early with purpose. You stop trying to be better than and start becoming truer to. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, remember this. You're not waking up to prove anything. You're waking up to create something. Something meaningful. Something lasting. Something new. Because success is not about winning over others. It's about winning back your own time, your own peace, your own power. And when you start your day not in competition, but in creation, that's when you stop chasing life and start living it. Closing message: as the world sleeps, a few souls rise, not because they are restless, but because they are ready. Ready to build, to create, to grow, to rise beyond who they were yesterday. Each sunrise is not just a new beginning. It is an invitation to meet the most authentic version of yourself before the world begins to shape you again. When you wake up early, you're not just chasing success. You're embracing self-mastery. You're learning to lead your day with purpose instead of letting the day lead you. You're choosing discipline over distraction, peace over pressure, and growth over comfort. Winners wake up early because they understand something the world often forgets: that the first hour of the day belongs to your dreams. It's where clarity is born. It's where faith grows stronger. It's where you set the tone for everything that follows. And yes, it takes courage. It takes the strength to leave the warmth of comfort and walk into the quiet of possibility. But remember, the sun doesn't rise in noise. It rises in silence, slowly, steadily, beautifully. And so can you. Every time you rise before the world does, you declare, today, I will not just exist. I will create. You remind yourself that your journey is not about being faster or greater than anyone else. It's about being true to your purpose. Because true success isn't measured by what time you wake up. It's measured by what you wake up for. So, wake up for your dreams. Wake up for your peace. Wake up for your purpose. And when you do, rise with gratitude, with grace, with greatness. Let the world sleep in their comfort. You rise in your calling. Let others wait for the right moment. You create it. Because the truth is simple and powerful: the morning doesn't make you a winner. What you do with your morning does. So tomorrow, when the first light of dawn touches the sky, remember, you are not just waking up early. You are waking up to life itself, to possibility, to purpose, to power. And that, my friends, is the truth behind the dawn.